Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you how you can set up your custom capture points. So the first thing I'm gonna do is duplicate the map that we already have here, and I'm just gonna make the call it, let's say, custom capture points. And I'm not gonna save that. You can save it if you made any changes to the map. So basically, how the capture point system works is that capture points are divided into routes, and every time you start a new game, a random route will be selected. There's also tiers which dictate in what order a point needs to be captured to advance. So for example, if we take this point here, we need to capture this point before we advance to this point. If we now click on this capture point and we just make this a little bit bigger and we scroll all the way down until we see capture settings. As you can see, it says possible routes, and this is where you'll set up which routes this specific capture point will be a part of. So right now I want to have 2 capture points, so I'm gonna create another one with this, and where it says add element and this little plus icon, and I'm gonna change the value to 2. So now this one will be assigned to route 1 and 2. And I'm gonna keep the tier as 1. As I said earlier, this is gonna be the first one. So yeah, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag over here. This is gonna be my A point, the second one. So this is gonna be tier 1 or tier 2, sorry. And I'm gonna make another one over here. Simply drag and drop, and this is gonna be tier 3. So as I mentioned earlier, we need to capture this point first, because this is tier 2. And this one has tier 3. And we also want to change this one to tier 4, because it's the last point. And we want to change this. Actually, we want to add another one, and we want to set it to 2, so it will be a part of both routes. The next thing I'm gonna do is drag and drop another one here and another one here for the second route, and I'm gonna click on it, set this to 2, and set this to 2. I'm gonna set this one to 2 and this one to tier 3, and there you go. Now it should all be set up, but we forgot one thing, and that is that our starting capture points, we want them to have a starting team. So this one is gonna be blue, this one is gonna be red, like so. We can also name these. For example, if you want this one, we probably want it to be team red, and if you go to the blue one, we want it to be team blue. I'm also gonna make this called A, and this one is gonna be called B. I'm gonna go over to the first one of route 2, and I'm gonna change the name to A2, because it's a part of the route 2. And I'm gonna make this one B2. So once all that's finished, when we go to click play, you'll see that it now selected route 1. But if we stop the game, play again, stop the game, play again, and now it's selected route 2. Because it's random, it changes every time, and basically you'll see the American flag, and this one we need to attack first because it's tier 2. This one is tier 3, so we need to capture this one before we advance to this one. Also, one thing I want to mention is if you make any changes to the map, you also wanna regenerate the minimap. How you can do that is if you go to world settings and go down to minimap, you can simply click generate minimap. You can also change the resolution, but we don't need to do that. 2048 is fine. Click generate and you'll see it regenerates a new one. And you also want to change the map info and down in the map preview image to the one that we just generated, which is, let me search for it. I'm gonna search for capture, and you'll see this one, whichever you generated, and it's gonna say you want to search for the map name. There we go. And that's finished. When you press play, the map is updated, but you can't tell any difference because I haven't changed the map.